to talk about making your own Twinkling H2Os. I kind of seen these videos a little bit around, and I'm not going to take like credit for this. The reason I'm showing you this video is because all the videos I saw, they didn't use powder, gym Arabic, gum Arabic, and I wanted to show you guys how you can do it with gum Arabic that's powdered and not liquid. It's not much of a difference, but there is a little bit of a difference. In just case you don't have it, you still know you can still do it. It's just a little different. So if you don't know what Twinkling H2Os are, I'll quickly explain them. They are a translucent, semi-translucent, like most watercolors are, glittery watercolor. That's pretty much it. But they are kind of expensive. I think in a pack, I think it's a pack of like 7. They're like almost 20 something bucks. I don't remember. I gotta look that. But I'm gonna quickly look it up because you know I'm like the boss of this kind of stuff. And if it takes me too long, I'll just exit out of it and we won't look up. Yeah, 6 of them. So for 6 colors, it's 13, I think 39 off of some it says stamp, but don't forget you have to add in shipping and handling. So I was pretty much on the point with that. It's about $20 for a pack of 6, and then individually, they're about $3 to $4 online, not including shipping and handling. So that's kind of making them more expensive. So when I found out you could make your own out of eyeshadow, I was like, oh my gosh, there are so many uses for eyeshadow we just don't know of. And I think I'm going to make a video on other multiple uses of eyeshadow. Just like a video just to talk about it. And then I might make another video showing you guys, like a tutorial. If you want me to do that, leave a comment below. I'll do it. Because I think there's so many cool things you do with the eyeshadow. So I have my colors right here. I've made a good bit of colors. I don't know, I'm sure 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 colors, about to be 17. I have started this video before. I tried to make it, but I kept having to get up and go look. I was making breakfast, and I was like, I'm getting too distracted. There's so many interruptions. I can't. I'm gonna have to start over. So I just ended up starting over. But I did make this beautiful purple color. Let you see that. So let's talk about what you need. You're going to need just a couple ingredients. You'll need loose eyeshadow. And what that means is just, it's loose. Hold on. It always happens to me. I always get mad because of that. Oh, sorry, that's hard. There we go. So I have loose eyeshadow powder. That's like really beautiful. You want to make sure whatever eyeshadow powder you do use is mostly mica. It should say that's mostly mica on the instructions. If you don't have loose eyeshadow palette, you can use a palette of eyeshadow and then just take it out. So go through there with like a knife, or it's not a knife, but I mean like something sharp, not sharp, but whatever. You can get a palette knife or something and go on there and strip the color out if you want to. You can use that too. And like on here, the first ingredient is talc, and the second ingredient is mica. So, whatever. That's a different one. And then you take it out and you can crush it. You can do something like that if you want to. If you have a bunch of palettes that you're not using, you can use it that way too. Or, you know, you just get loose eyeshadow. And so, but you need that. You're going to need your next main ingredient, which is going to be gum Arabic. You need that. You're going to need water. Since this is powder version, you're going to need a liquid. And then you're going to need something to mix it on. So you can get yourself a plastic palette, whatever you have that you can use. Let's see if I still have mine in here. Yeah, I think you can even use a glass palette, but I think that'd be the see, like I was using this. This is just, I don't think you can see it, but it's a clear acrylic stamping device, and I've been using this. The thing is the noise. So I'm sure I use this again. I think this is much better than using this flimsy plastic, which I used the first time, but you can use whatever you want to, you know, non-porous surface. And you're going to need something to mix together. So I have a palette knife here. I'm missing anything. Water, palette knife. And a container. You're going to need a container to put the mixture in when you're done. Since my eyeshadow comes in a plastic container, I'm just going to, when I dump it out, I'm going to put it right back in here. So let's get started. I'm just dump mine out right now. Just keep them all out. Good. So when you get the gum arabic, it does tell you, the powder version does tell you that you need, for 4 parts of pigment, you need one part. I'm not even speaking English. You need 1 part of gum arabic. So I don't measure. That's just not who I am. I measure when I need to measure, but I don't measure this because it's like that's going too much. Then I measure how much pigment this is. And I got some on my thumb. Yeah, so I gotta measure how much pigment's right there, and then I know. So I just kind of eye it, just make sure how much gum I'm adding to this looks like it's a 1 part. Look, that looks like a 1 part right there compared to all the other pigment. Great job. And you see I have a lot in here, so this will last you a long. Like you can make a lot of colors with this, especially. So since this is powder, you're gonna have to add a liquid. However you want to. I'm just going to put some water in here. Good. And then we're going to mix these together. Hope the noise isn't bothering us too much. And if it is, just mute me. It's okay, I understand. Sorry about my coughing. And actually, I'm going to scrape my thing down because sometimes when you use a palette knife, it wants to stick to the bottom of my palette knife. And so I'm just going to kind of scrape the sides so we mix it too. And then I might use this paintbrush a little bit more after I got most of it in there. Just kind of, you want to just like mix it and kind of squish the chunks that might be in here. Alright. I kind of like mine's a little watery because it just flows better in the container, and then it's not as hard to level itself out. But you can do however thick. I mostly would do like a paste. As I said before, I don't like a paste because it doesn't so much work trying to make it like lie kind of flat and level itself out. So that's how I'm gonna do it. And I think that's enough for me. Okay. And we're going to scrape this into its container. Actually, I'm gonna add that extra water out. So let me do it real quick. Extra water I have in here. And then we're going to just scrape this in. And okay. I'm so sorry if the scraping is killing you. I'm trying my best not to make too much noise with it. Okay, so I'll clean that off a little bit later because I'll move on with the video. And then I'm going to just mix this in my container. The reason I mix mine is because my container still has the powder eyeshadow still on the edges, which makes the liquid not want to stick to the edge. So I did this just to kind of help it stick to the edge and really unify with the bottle. So, yeah. And then you let this dry. This has to dry completely. Now you think this is not dry. This is like glossy. It will turn to like a more matte looking. Like you kind of see the difference. Like this is still wet and this is dry. And when you stick your finger in, you hear this. That means it's dry. And you're good. I've actually had them come like fall. Like this one, I did a paste and it falls out. And it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing always falls out. And then, so this was a paste one I did. And this one's liquid. I put this in liquidy. Alright, so these do still respond the same way. I haven't had any problems with it. Of course, the longer you let it sit and let the water sit in, the better. So what you do is basically you get yourself a little Mr. Water and you spritz them and you wait a couple minutes to activate them. Then you use them. If you spritz them and start using them as soon as you spritz them, the pigment quality is not that good. But if you wait a little bit and let them sit, it's better. So the recommendations I've had is like spray your H2Os, your Twinkling H2Os before you go, and then get your paper, get your brushes set up, and then start painting. And by the time you do all that kind of stuff, everything will be ready for you. So that's another cool thing I think about. So nice colors here. And then I'm gonna use one of my colors. I'm gonna show you. I don't have like many examples because I haven't been. Oh wait, no? Did I? No. Wait. I think I did. So, yep, I did. So, in this book here, as you can see, this is the Twinkling H2Os I made on black paint. Not paper, but paint. And you can see they're very pretty. They have a little bit of a shine to them. Just ignore the white stars and then the wording if you see the wording. Because that's not the Twinkling H2Os. But the splashes up on the back, like these are all my Twinkling H2Os. So it's pretty cool. Another thing to show you guys is here. I'm just going to cover that. And you have this one here. And that's these are the Twinkling H2Os here. So pretty. If you get into the shine, but you see the pigment of them? They're pretty, aren't they? So they're really good. Sorry for my coughing. So that's pretty much them. I do take a while to dry. I would not lie. I think I had these drying almost 2 days when I first made them before they were able to be used, which was like an impatient wait because I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see the pigment so badly. I mean, you could use them while they're wet, but I wouldn't do it. Like, I could take this off my palette and kind of paint with it if you can see that part right there. But I'll patiently wait and do that later. And then I'm going to make the tops for them so they all have their beautiful color pigment name, and then I'm going to name them. So yes, I hope this video was helpful, guys. I hope you enjoyed my Twinkling H2O demonstration or tutorial. And I love you so much, and I'll leave the link below of where you can get these off of eBay if you want to, and I'll leave a link below to some other people who use liquid gum arabic if you want to do that route. And I might do another link of some tutorials on how to use it, just to help you guys get all there if you are interested in this. That's pretty much it. You know, it's just watercolor with some glitter on it, which I think is gorgeous. Everyone knows you need glitter. That's all I'm gonna say. So I hope you guys like it so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.